Bob Burgess tonight with the Bird's Eye View. Starting a little bit earlier than normal. It's only 10:30 at night on the 7th, so this is my 37th day of my 40-day fast. I am now just 3 days away, of course, from finishing out 40 days. I have every intention of stopping at that point. The only thing that could make me tempted to go a little bit further, possibly, is whether I've hit 50 pounds loss or not. And then we're coming right up to the edge for that. I lost 1.3 pounds from yesterday morning to this morning. That takes me down to 273.2 with a total loss of 44.6 pounds. So getting close to right below 45 pounds. And so will I even round up if I'm 49.5 or greater? I don't know. We'll see. It just depends upon whether I just decide to go another day or two to get to 50. And that's just arbitrary. I mean, 50 is just a number, but, it's nice to say I lost 50 pounds. Bodies are weird. Bodies are strange. I restarted my blood pressure medicine, and now last morning I was at 139/82, which is just a little bit high. Tonight, 129/71, which is pretty good. That's with my medicine, of course, for one day. And this morning I was at 105 with my blood glucose, which is just over the 100 mark. And 100 mark is kind of normal, is 80 to 100. But then it jumped up to 135 tonight. Now, bodies are weird. I don't know why. I didn't eat anything. I didn't consume anything with sugar. I had a little creamer in my coffee, not much, but that's been pretty normal. So, I don't know. I can't understand it. Now, I did get I don't know if my body tries to produce sugar to help me out, because I was trying to work a little bit on the house, trying to nail some holes into some hardy board, which I was calling by mistake Murphy board. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, I talked to a friend of mine to talk about my issue with this, and he reminded me of this hardy board. He helped, matter of fact, he was the contractor that redid our house here. So he's a great builder. I mean, if you ever, excuse me, I don't have a cough button here like I had back in my radio days. But if you ever want somebody to build a house, Bill Curitan's the guy. I mean, he knows exactly what he's doing, and he's very good at it, and he's a great Christian guy and is above board on everything he does. But nevertheless, he reminded me of his hardy board. But I was trying to nail up, on the soffit below the edge of the house, and it was just, I couldn't go very long at all, because I'm trying to start a hole to be able to put a screw in it. I'm putting some vents in up there, and man, it would just wear me out, and I'd be getting a little dizzy and all. So maybe the body compensates, trying to give you a little extra sugar for doing that. Anyway, I don't understand that completely. But that's my status. That's where I am right now. So 273.2, once again, got through now day 37, and coming up close to 40. 41 day will be Friday, so that's when I start planning my refeeding protocol. Which reminds me of this, this little situation. Just to remind you of the importance of friends. Not because I can use Bill Curitan to help me with asking questions, and he offered to come out and help me, which is very kind of him. He's very generous with his time, with his talents. But Bill's also been a friend to me when others seemed to leave me. I went through a very, very difficult time, early mid-2000s. Very, very difficult time when a lot of people in my church turned from me, and I was forsaken. I felt by God. I didn't know about how I even had an opinion of God anyway. I mean, I'd always been the good boy all my life. I'd always been the good Christian guy all my life. I'd always tried to serve Him in so many different ways, and I had I was in depression because of my wife fighting Huntington's disease, and me going from 4 kids to 5, her being the 5th, trying to take care of her, trying to advocate for 4 kids. Looked like there was no way out. Looked like there was no hope in my life. I was depressed. I was anxious. She was a 5'2", eyes of blue, just sweet little girl, and then Huntington's disease turned her into something different. She became violent, and she became where I was actually scared to go to sleep at night. I was afraid she might stab me. I mean, it was that bad. She did a lot of threatening. She had no ability to filter emotions, and she got mad at anything at the drop of a hat, and it was a very terrible, 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 terrible time. And some people had some bad opinions of me that didn't know any better, but they decided to form opinions about I would treat her. I would treat her as best as I could, try to take care of her all I could. Ended up putting her in the nursing home because she could get better care there. And but a lot of people accused me of trying to just stuff her someplace and not just not caring, just kind of get rid of her, which is not at all the fact. I was in charge of her care until 2017 when she passed away, and charge of her care, was there the day she died, holding her hand, visited her regularly, made all the medical decisions, took the kids there to see her, but people just form opinions about me. During all that, when everybody else and so many people tried to seemed like they turned their back on me, wouldn't have anything to do with me, and I wasn't used to that at all. Bill Curidan was there. He was my friend, and he was my friend in the face of those things. He went to bat for me. He didn't try to judge me. He just tried to be my friend and try to help me know that I had a friend. That is invaluable, right? And it's because of the Lord in his heart, his character, and he would give all the glory to God, which I do too. But I also want to praise having friends like that. And I had other friends that were behind me too, or supporting me, encouraging me, without trying to come down on me about any kind of judgment. They weren't necessarily here in town. There were people that I'd known since college or high school or middle school that knew me and had known me all those years and knew the kind of man I really tried to be, and knew that if something was going on that shouldn't be, that there was maybe a little grace that needed to be given, and they tried to help me through and try to help me make better decisions. But there was a lot of motivation out of hate. That's just what happened. And so I'm here to say that having friends that will be through you through thick and through thick is indispensable, invaluable. And that's return on investment from being a friend. I tried to be a friend. I tried to just be there, if ever needed or wanted. But you got to make an effort. You got to make calls. You got to make visits. You got to spend time. You got to use encouraging words. You got to choose things to do intentionally, because the Bible talks about friends. You got to be friendly, and so those are investments, and they may pay off sometime, and they have for me hugely, grandly. And those friends are some of the reasons I'm still walking around and talking today, because I came very, very low, very, very low, to where people were afraid of my own safety and my own hand. And I don't think I'd ever would have done anything to myself, but I really kind of didn't want to live. And people like that, as well as family that love me, people like that made the difference. And when I was dealing with my wife being unfaithful to me, he was there. He was there. He wanted to go to bat for me. He wanted to literally take a bat and do but so much in my court. Anyway, too much about that. I ended up saying more than I intended to. But I do want to say thank you, Bill. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Mike. Those are the kind of friends that that I invested in just by being a friend, and that and decades and decades later, I still have them, and they helped save my life. So be friendly. It's an investment, and hopefully someday, well, maybe not hopefully, but someday it probably will pay off when you need that friend. I said more than I wanted to, but tomorrow, day 38 of my 30, who knows, maybe let's make it 40-ish kind of fast. Good night.